Thank you for joining me today, dear friends. What I want to talk about is a little bit about flow monitoring. The number of options that we have connected with flow monitoring is not so large, but as Microsoft develops Power Automate more and more, of course, these options grow and new options appear like every month. So let's have a quick look at what we have when we try to monitor flows. First, what's important to notice is that currently we have cloud flows, right? Desktop flows. Uh, these are the two types of flows that you can run. As you know, there is a Power Automate, the Power Automate proper service and Power Automate desktop. And the both of these can be monitored. So basically, you can view each of the flow runs, some other things that we will see in a moment. And there is one more options. You can actually monitor machines. So this is related to flow unattended mode. If you have a specific gateway or a machine which is connected to a specific flow, then you can also monitor this. So just for you to remember, basically you can monitor cloud flow activity, desktop flow activity, and machines. And one more thing that you should take a note of is the flow run history. So each of the flows has a history which remains for 28 days. And so basically, if we round up for almost 1 month, you can view the previous runs. And then, of course, you can do the analysis to see if your flow runs properly or not. Of course, there are alerts that owners receive. So if the flow fails, normally the flow owner would receive an alert, or you can actually configure actions within flow that allow specific users to receive alerts if specific action fails, something like this. So let's go to the portal and have a quick look how it looks there. So if I navigate to my flow.microsoft.com, this is the URL you can use. And depending on your regions, you will be redirected. You see, since I'm in Europe, I'm redirected to EMEA region. If you're in Asia, this would be APAC, or in America, it would be US. And you see in the portal here, there is this option called Monitor. So if I click on Monitor, I see there is a cloud flow activity. You see one of my flows failed today. So this is the cloud flow. And older flows, one of the flow was suspended by admin policy because I have added a connector to a specific DLP, data loss prevention policy. And because this connector was added to a specific policy, this policy stopped the flow. So this is, some things you can view here. Then there is a option with desktop flow runs. I have a lot of failed ones, right? And when we analyze the desktop flow runs, you can see the date, right? The status, the run mode, and the flow, the parent flow that started this desktop flow. And of course, the third option is the machines. You see, this is still in preview. So this is quite a new option. So if you have some machines connected with your Power Automate desktop flows, then you would see it here. There is also machine groups. So basically you can add multiple machines here. So let me create test machine group. So if you have a lot of different machines, then of course you can add, add machines to this group, right? And you can also give access to this group. And the last thing here, the last option is called gateways. So if you have on-premises gateways configured, then there are actually clusters you can configure. So you can put multiple gateways in the cluster. So then you can also see the flows which are running or the ones which are queued there. So that's basically the very basic thing about monitoring. And one more thing you should notice here, if you look at your flows, so if you navigate to my flows and then click on any of the flows, this is it's a run history. So yeah, as I mentioned, 28-day run history by default. And here you would see the duration and the status. So this is the first thing you would do initially when you create a new flow, then you test it, and then you can check the run history immediately to see if your flow failed or not. And of course, for all of these flows, the owner of this flow would receive a notification. This is by default. So you can also check the analytics, right? And under analytics, the things like, actions, usage, errors. So you see I have specific errors. This is basically Power BI dashboard with some errors that you can view, in a specific date range. So if you have a problematic flow, you just navigate here and under analytics to check for errors which your flow has. So thank you for watching. I hope it's been helpful, and stay healthy, enjoy learning new things, and have a good day. Bye bye.